Hello friends, I am going to discuss ILUS test number 3 of CMA final SFM mutual fund. This is a good question. Please read the questions here. This is a ILUS test number 3 mutual fund. A mutual fund made issue of 10 lakh units rupees 10 means 10 lakh units you had at the rate of rupees 10. Your total investment value is 1 crore. Okay, now mutual fund at this no entry loaded was charged. It made the following expenses investments. What? 50,000 equity share of rupees 100 each 160. This was the value of investment at the rate of 160. 7% government securities, 9% debenture unlisted, 10% debenture listed. Now total your investment is 98 lakhs. During the year, dividend rupees 12 lakh were received on equity share and interest on the all types of securities was received as on when due at the end of the year equity. At the equity share or 10% debentures are quoted 175% and 90% respectively. Other investment are quoted at par. Find out the net assets value per unit given that the operating expenses during the year amounted rupees 5 lakh. This is the operating expenses. Also find out the net assets value if the mutual fund distribution dividend is 0.90 per unit during the year the unit holders. Okay. Now you have to calculate net assets value same as earlier. Okay. Question number 1. In this case, look at here. Working note first. Calculation of working note first. Calculation of issue expenses. Issue expenses. This is assumed. We have 10,000 units at the rate of rupees 10. Total value 10 lakh into rupees 10. This is rupees 1 crore. Okay. Investment value. What is your investment value? Please look at here. Investment value is 98 lakh only. Investment value is 98 lakh. What it is assumed that initial issue expenses, it is assumed that rupees 2 lakh. Initial issue expenses rupees 2 lakh. Now, working note second. Interest on government. What is? Government securities. 8 lakh 7%. Government securities. %7 of 8 lakh. Rupees 56,000. Okay. Now we have to calculate debenture, unlisted debenture, interest on unlisted debenture. Working note. Calculation of interest on unlisted debenture. What is unlisted debenture? What is the amount? Unlisted. This is the unlisted. Okay. Unlisted debenture 5 lakh, interested 9%. %9 of 5 lakh rupees 45,000. Now working note, we need to calculate debenture, listed debenture, interest on listed debenture. Calculation of interest on listed debentures. This is 10% of rupees 5 lakh. Rupees 50,000. Look at why I am calculating these things. Because of, due to investment you are receiving something, and you have received rupees 12 lakh as a dividend. 12 lakh as a dividend. After adding these all, you will get what is the total assets value at the end. Okay, and on the basis of that you can calculate the value of total assets. In this given question, it is saying here, during the year 12 lakh were received on equity share. Interest on all other debt securities was received as when it is due. At the due date all received. It is assumed that during the period all due date come and we have received all the interest. Okay. Now at the end of the year equity share is valued 175%, 175%, and 90% respectively. Equity share 175%, listed debentures 90%. Okay. Now you can calculate the value of working note. Calculation of value of equity. Value of equity. The value of equity investment is 80 lakh. When the market price of this is 160. Now the market price is going to be 175. This is 87 lakh 50,000. Capital appreciation in this case, capital appreciation, 87 lakh value of investment becomes, when at the time of investment it is 80 lakh, it was 80 lakh, that is rupees 7 lakh 50,000. Value of listed securities, value of listed debentures, listed debt, this was rupees 5 lakh, its value when 100, this is now 90, 4 lakh 50,000. Capital depreciation, 4 lakh 50,000 becomes a 5 lakh value, this is minus 50,000. Okay, now we can calculate the net assets value. Okay, look at computation of closing net assets value. Computation of closing net assets value. Net assets value. Closing net assets value. Particular opening value of investment, value of investment capital appreciation, capital appreciation, closing value of investment, value of investment, return. Look at it. Equity share. This is the opening value 80 lakh. Capital appreciation 7 lakh 50,000. Closing value 87 lakh 50,000. 87 lakh 50,000. Interest from equity, interest from dividend from equity 12 lakh. Dividend from equity. 7% government securities. Government securities. This is the opening value is 8 lakh. No capital appreciation because unlisted. This is also 8 lakh. Okay. Now the interest is already calculated 56,000. 9% unlisted debt. 9% debt. This is unlisted. 5 lakh. No capital appreciation. This is a 5 lakh. 9%. This interest is calculated 45,000. 10% debt listed. This is also 5 lakh, but there is a capital depreciation 50,000. Now this become 4 lakh 50,000. Interest on this is 50,000. 50,000. In this case, here investment was 98 lakh. This is 7 lakh. This is 1 crore 5 lakh. This is 13 lakh 51,000. 13 lakh 51,000. 13 lakh 50. Operating expenses during the period. Operating expenses. Operating expenses during the period. During period. This is 5 lakh. Now, what is the income after operating expenses? Income after operating expenses. Operating expenses. This is 8 lakh 51,000. 8 lakh 51,000. In the question, we have to calculate net assets value. Calculation of net assets value. Calculation of net assets value when dividend distribution is not considered. Dividend distribution is not considered. Okay. Closing assets value. Closing assets value 1 crore 5 lakh. Income from investment. Net income from investment 8 lakh 51,000. Total assets value, total value 1 crore 13,51,000. Number of units, 10 lakh. Net assets value per unit, net assets value per unit 1 crore 13,51,000 divided by 10 lakh. This is rupees 11.351. Now we can consider when dividend is announced. Question is what? Please look at it. In question it is asked saying, if the mutual fund is distributed a dividend 0.90 per unit during the year, the unit holders, then what will be the net assets value? Okay. Calculation of net assets value when dividend is distributed. Total assets value one crore 13,51,000. Dividend distributed 0.90 per unit. How many units you have? 10. After multiplying this, you will get 9 lakh. Assets value after dividend rupees 1 crore 4,51,000. Net assets value per unit, net assets value per unit. You have assets value 1 crore 4,51,000. Total number of unit you have 10 lakh. Rupees 10.45 per unit. Okay. It is a very good question. It was very good question. Please revise these questions 2 times. And thank you class. Please like, subscribe and share my videos.